Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a pair of things that happened on my main account. Both of them happened while I was streaming on Camcord. If you guys have never checked me out on stream, I stream every single week. Link to Camcord will be in the description below for you guys to check it out. But first, I finally finished the main achievement on my Chief Pat account, where Friend in Need was the final thing I needed to get done. So 2,500 cards. I was expecting a huge gem reward. And of course, I got 10 gems total for donating 2,500 cards. For something that took me 3 months to do, I was expecting something a little bit bigger. I know people have complained about the achievements before and how they want to see more, how they want to see bigger rewards. I understand that the game team definitely has bigger things to, develop as far as like tournament features. And if you guys saw the spectating feature inside of the Helsinki tournament, it looks amazing. But for the current achievements, they could at least ratchet up the gem rewards a little bit because getting 10 gems, which isn't even enough to open up a silver chest, which is pretty crazy, is a sort of a slap in the face after 3 months of doing that. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into a couple of battles. And actually what happened during these battles is I hit the 1,000th win on my main account since I started the game. I know for people like Molt who have like 4,000 wins or something insane like that, might not be the biggest thing, but I was actually pretty hyped to get this done. So let's go ahead and hop into a couple of replays, starting off against SCW, who is one of the top players in the United States. Usually he's in the top 3, and seeing as he used his arrows on my princess, you could see I immediately responded with the minion horde. A lot of you guys are looking for decks to play that don't involve legendaries and stuff like that. You can play something like minion horde, goblin barrel, regular minions, stuff like that, and try to bait out their arrows. And as soon as the arrows go down, it's likely they don't have anything else to counter with, and that's when you go in with one of those other cards. So in this case, I am using the princess, so as soon as he arrowed it, I dropped the minion horde. And let's go ahead and see what happens as we pump up. Looks like we got about 1,000 damage done to that right hand tower. And taking a look at the cards we have right now, definitely pretty safe to play our princess in the back. We don't want to do a double prince push just yet because he could have just used his freeze as well as his Valkyrie. And it looks like he's going to go in with a hog rider as well as the archers. Now, our dark prince will take out those archers in the back. It looks like he's going to play a Valkyrie to stop our dark prince as well. And seeing as he has the arrows in his hand, he's going to play the arrows again. And immediately after those go down, we're going to play our minions. So I guess he didn't learn from the first time that we're using the minions immediately after he finishes up with those arrows. And seeing as he dropped those archers right there, those are going to die, and the minions are going crazy on the tower, and that's going to be the very first tower of the game. So while we did take a little bit of damage from the hog rider on the bottom right, still we've taken the king tower all the way down to 2,700 HP, and things are looking pretty good going forward into the future. So let's pump up again. We don't want to be at an elixir disadvantage for this last minute, so we're going to go ahead and play that. Princess is going to start off in the very back, starting to move down the left hand lane. Of course, we do want to protect the right hand side. We don't need to get greedy and get a second tower. All we need to do is protect the one on the bottom right, and we're going to be good to go. I know a lot of the times once I take out the first tower, I say I want to go for 3 crowns, I want to go for that second tower. I start, playing a little bit stupid on the other sides, but seeing as I was playing a little bit smarter this match, I ended up playing a lot of defense, and as soon as the arrows go down again, I ended up dropping my minion horde as well as my prince and my P.E.K.K.A, and this one is all but over. He has this hog rider going down the lane, can go ahead and drop our dark prince onto that. Our P.E.K.K.A actually got stuffed pretty well, and I threw my arrows down at that hog rider just to be sure that it didn't get another shot off. Looks like it wasn't able to get that done. You can see I'm cycling back to my elixir horde, which I'll throw right in front of my tower, so it defends against the hog rider as well as the Valkyrie. So we got a little bit crazy towards the end. We actually would have 3-crowned him with that dark prince running at the tower, but still good game versus SCW, and that's pretty much the advantage of knowing when to swap in that minion horde. Just make sure you're always keeping tabs of your opponent's arrows or whatever projectile they have, whether it's a fireball, poison, arrows, whatever, because normally they only have one of those. And as soon as those arrows went down, you could see every single time I countered it with the minion horde, and that move alone single-handedly won me the game. So it looks like we're hopping into the next battle, playing against someone from Fibonacci. That's a pretty interesting name. Anyways, I decided to play my princess. Looks like that's going to go ahead and start shooting down some of those minions. He's got the hog rider coming down the lane. He plays a zap onto my dark prince. Not sure if that was the greatest move, but still looks like he's not going to get any damage off against our tower besides maybe like 1 minion hit. And taking a look at the princess he played, we're actually going to kill his princess before it gets a second shot off. So we've started this battle extremely well. I think he made a couple of misplays, obviously with that princess right there. That wasn't the best. And we ended up getting a massive elixir advantage from our elixir pump. And again, our minion horde is dealing out so much damage. I think the minion horde, card for card, does the most damage in the entire game per second, just because princess, you obviously have 6 minions and they go absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and freeze the Hog Rider as well as the goblins. We're going to go ahead and use our princess to start shooting those down. And it doesn't look like we're actually going to take... Oh, we took 1 hit against the tower. That's really not too bad though, because his king tower is down to 2300 HP. And this game is all but over so long as we don't make any stupid mistakes. Now, hovering over our elixir pump would be pretty solid to play that in the back, but I ended up dropping my arrows as soon as possible. You can see I did get it off in time to where our princess is still going ham against that tower. Unfortunately, skeletons will assassinate our princess, but let's go ahead and play some more defense with our Dark Prince. Should be able to handle those goblins as well. Minion Horde's going to go down, start taking out that Hog Rider. I was getting a little bit worried right there, but still, things are looking a-okay, and since he used his zap, I know that he really doesn't have anything to take out that Minion Horde except for the princess, and as soon as that drops, I'm going to go ahead and freeze the princess as well as the king tower. That's going to be the game, and that one turned out to be pretty easy. Just taking advantage of some of the mistakes he made in the very beginning, sort of snowballed that out of control, and as soon as he used that zap on my tower, once again, I realized that he didn't have arrows, he didn't have fireball, poison, anything like that, and without that zap, he has nothing to counter my minions except for the princess, which of course I froze right there. So let's go ahead and hop into one more battle versus YC, and this is where we're going to be playing that mirror matchup that we've grown so accustomed to. I really hate playing this matchup over and over again. I'm sure a lot of people at the top of the leaderboard are sick of playing it. Even when I win, it's just really annoying to play the same deck over and over again. I think that within the next couple of weeks, hopefully we have some balance changes to switch up the meta. I think they need to nerf the free spell, they need to nerf the bomb tower, the mortar. I think that like P.E.K.K.A. double prince might not be that bad. I think maybe it's just the free spell nerf that it needs to really make it less effective. I think the P.E.K.K.A. is definitely balanced. Maybe they could do a small nerf to the Prince or a small nerf to the Dark Prince. But still, the free spell is just out of control. And that's really what causes us a lot of problems. So maybe a nerf to the free spell and some other cards coming up soon. But still, let's go ahead and get into this battle. Keep doing this mirror matchup. And as you can see, we're getting into some Prince on Prince gameplay. Dark Prince versus the regular Prince. Pretty much if you're fighting on your side of the map, you win no matter what Prince it is. It looks like he's going to drop a Prince on his side of the map. And getting ready for my card, I had a couple of decisions. I could play a Princess to try to ruin some of the damage from the Dark Prince. I could play my free spell as well, but I decided to play an Elixir Pump. Now, of course, I am going to take about 1,000 damage onto my tower, but I thought that rather than using like 4 Elixir on a free spell or 3 Elixir on a Princess, that it would just be better to save up my Elixir for the future of the battle. So just take that 1,000 damage. I knew that if I played well, I could probably outplay him towards the end of it. And let's go ahead and drop a P.E.K.K.A. down the lane. Now, you can see we have a massive Elixir advantage right now. We've got a P.E.K.K.A. and a Princess down, and he just dropped his P.E.K.K.A. So if we play this right, we should be able to get to the tower. Let's go ahead and start it off. We've got both our Prince as well as the P.E.K.K.A. heading towards his. He's going to probably drop his free spell in a second to try to take me out. Instead, he goes for the Prince, though, and that should make it so we can get at least a decent push against the tower. Okay, so he has his free spell prepped. He's going back and forth between cards. He ends up with his Dark Prince. I'm going to end up freezing that. Unfortunately for me, we just ran into double Elixir. If double Elixir didn't happen, I feel like I would have got a lot of damage off against his tower because he was really, really low on Elixir. But now he's going to be hovering the P.E.K.K.A. He places the P.E.K.K.A. in actually a pretty good spot to where it doesn't make it so my Princess does any splash damage against the tower. Arrow's going to go down against his Princess. And yeah, now we're just going to have a P.E.K.K.A. on P.E.K.K.A. showdown where fortunately we're fighting on our side of the map. So he drops a free spell. I'm actually going to have to freeze him back to make sure my P.E.K.K.A. doesn't die. Looks like he's got a Prince running down the lane. I tried to drop my Dark Prince to stop it and use his shield to help the P.E.K.K.A. out because really I'm just trying to make sure my P.E.K.K.A. has as much health as possible. And now we're actually starting to make a legit push. We've got a P.E.K.K.A. on one side, a P.E.K.K.A. on the other side, and we're still with our Prince helping out against that other P.E.K.K.A. Things are looking really good. We've got another Princess going down, which hopefully isn't in arrow range. Both free spells going down on the left. Dark Prince to prep to go down the right-hand lane. He actually ends up using his arrow, which works against both of my princesses, but finally with his arrow down, that means we can go crazy with our minion horde because he has nothing else to counter it. The princess comes just a little bit too late, and in the blink of an eye, that left-hand tower goes down, giving us the game and a very solid 1 crown to the 0 victory. You guys can see that letting my tower on the bottom right take 1,000 damage in exchange for placing my elixir pump, I feel like that definitely won me the game. So really, really nice play right there. That's going to do it for another win. And yeah, so far so good on this account. Again, I hit 1,000 wins, really awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and check that out right now. You can see I am at an even 1,000 with 266 3-crown wins. You don't see too many of those up here, but still, things are going pretty well. We've got our final achievement. We've got 1,000 wins, and we're going to keep grinding towards the end of the season and hopefully get a high spot on the ladder. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smack that like button with your forehead, and that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you guys check me out on Camcord. Again, I stream every single week. It's a lot of fun, lots of trolling, and maybe you'll see a different side of me that you've never seen before. So check it out. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.